my website was hacked. And this is an advanced operation. So let me show you a little bit and tell you about the background. I was kidnapped by the narco guerrilla ELN in Colombia in 2023. And in 2024, I discovered that my website was hacked because it was putting out garbage information for the search engines. But this is much more advanced than that. Let me just show you a little bit here what's going on, and then we're going to go to the interface here. So the first, I noticed because I got logged out while I was looking at while I was editing my WordPress site. And I was in fact, this is the log here. So all of these long sequences where I'm in editing, that's the normal. And then the attack started. It was a bot attack on the 7th of July. So it would seem like there was one order here which caused my password to be reset. But when you look at it closer, it turns out that was actually not just a bot attack. There is something much more nefarious to this. So let's check here. They have now made a threat scan and removed, and I've deleted here. But look at this content back. There was a public folder with execution privileges or permissions, and that I changed and I renamed it, and then I deleted it, and the database went into a loop, so I had to refresh the page. But then it recreated the renamed folder, directory, and another one called secure, okay? And we look at the date modified, January 1st, 1970, 1 a.m., that's because of the time zone here. So this is the start of the time era in the system. And it has permissions, you and nothing. That is, you is user, no permissions. This is a smoking gun for an infection that recreates what you remove. Now let's look at another one and we'll see if I can show you live what happens. In private, there is an announcer 2, which is from, I'm going to read now from what AI told me. Announcer 2, what happened with it? What happened with it? Here, July 5th, 2027. This is 2 days before the attack that this was created. So this is a smoking gun. And here it says, the timestamp July 5th, 2026 is the absolute missing link. This completely maps out the adversarial timeline and exposes the threat actor's exact deployment strategy. By placing the directory outside of the root level, you see here private, parallel to public, the attacker bypassed all standard WordPress firewall software. The July 5th modification stamp proves that this was a pre-staged operational deployment. So why did I do it? Well, I was editing my website, as I said. And let me see if I can find it. No, I don't have it open. Oh, here maybe. Yeah. So this is the website I was editing, finishing. And in it, I mentioned, this is the campaign website for the parliament in Sweden, for the election that's ongoing now. And in it, I mentioned my fight against Cartel de los Soles in Venezuela, the drug cartel led by Diosdado Cabello, who I name here as the drug lord. And my kidnapping by ELN, they held me hostage in Venezuela. And based on this analysis now, I've concluded that the reason they let me go was because they suspected I was CIA. What can I say? And they installed this hackware, whatever you want to call it, on my WordPress site in order to monitor all the traffic. And I believe that eventually they realized that there wasn't any traffic because I wasn't in CIA and I was not doing anything undercover. So, but now, so they left it. Apparently, in 2024, the hosting company thought they deleted all the infection, but they hadn't. This is way too advanced for a normal hosting company to deal with. So it was still there. And when I published this website, and also a few days before, let me show you this. Since I had been a part in smuggling out the bodyguard, I financed the smuggling out of the bodyguard of the drug lord, the drug called Kingpin, and handing him over to FBI. But before we did that, we interrogated him, the Venezuelan resistance. And therefore, I know where the secret, very, very secret hiding place, very important site for Diosdado Cabello is. And I had just sent that to some friends who started publishing it on the internet a couple of days before they initiated this hacking attack. This is in Anzoátegui state. So maybe that had something to do with the fact that they decided to attack my site again. Or it was the election, or a combination of the two. So anyway, let's look at this announcer 2 here, created on July 5th, initiating the attack. Look at the permissions. I'll open them here. It has execute privileges for owner and group. So let's take those away. Let's take all of them away and see what happens. Successfully. Now, let's try to delete it. Successfully. Okay, hang on, what's this? Let's reload the page to make sure. It's a bit slow, but it should come soon. It is extremely slow. This is something weird. This should not happen. Okay, here it came back. So let's see what we have now. It was in private. Hang on, I just deleted it, didn't I? You saw me delete it. That's what this infection does. So let's rename it now. No, server is temporarily unavailable. The process has hijacked the server, okay? There is a struggle, there is a race condition going on now in the server between what it should be doing and what this infection wants it to do. So the only way to get rid of this is a complete reset and erase. I can't do it from here. Those who manage the website have to do it, and if they can't do it, I'll have to go to another internet service provider, because this is permanently infected. There is no saving this except a total restart. So with that, I'll end this little demonstration of how state intelligence agencies, security services like the one in Venezuela, the drug cartel in Venezuela, has control over the state apparatus. And this is what they do to attack democracies. This was an attack by the Venezuelan drug cartel made state against the democratic process in Sweden, trying to eliminate me as a candidate for parliament. It's an attack by Venezuela on Sweden. And this is serious, and that is exactly the reason why I'm running for parliament, because I want to alert the Swedish society about this risk, and they just proved me right with this. But instead of listening to me, what they did in the public service in Sweden was a character assassination of me using the exact vocabulary of the Venezuelan regime. We are in some deep SHIT. Over and out.